believe I do. Back here at Bowling one more time for the Scratch Division title match, the 2019 SoCal JBT Invitational. Top seed Zach Grime taking on 16 seed Sorel Cardenas. We each have 2 losses, so winner wins $1,000 of this game of bowling. Sorel went spare. Zach struck in his first, and Zach rings a 10 in his second. Been a great season for Grime, winning a bunch of titles in both the regular scratch and the U17. He's rocking that spiffy JBT 300 Club shirt. Cross lane at the 10 with the ball, it doesn't hook. He says no problem. Grabs himself an early 1-pin lead. 5-time JBT champ. As you see, he's rocking the double fan method. 2 fists in the fans. Sorel has elected to go fanless so far. See how that plays out.
They're my only 2 fans.
Well, you've got this.
Hopefully we'll see you guys.
Alright, off the lock lane. Your lanes are coming on for practice.
Tries to wiggle that 10 out, a little flat 10 for him. Don't see flat 10s out of either of these guys very often. A lot of power, both two-handers. Zach has grown quite a bit. It's allowed him to add power to his game. Both of them have excellent timing. Of all of our two-handers on tour, Sorel might have the best timing, however. When he posts a shot, it is just beautiful, and he has just maximum power. So Sorel's going max power, not quite max loft, but plenty of loft, as you're about to see here if you haven't seen him bowl yet. He didn't really have much of a look all day until he started lofting it, and then all of a sudden his angles opened up for him. And obviously coming all the way from the 16th.
Joe, you're ready. Joe, you're ready.
10 pit there. Ties up the game. Either way, after this, poor Joshua Abagani has been eliminated since about noon, and he's got to play Zach for the U17 title, which we will speed bowl through because it's 5-something on us, 4:50 on a Sunday afternoon here in LA. Yeah, I'm gonna try. That full approach. Oh, he posted that one. Wants it to wheel. You bet. He was just watching that 10-pin the whole way. It gets slapped silly. Big early double and a nice lead. Stephanie Hong, your girls champion. Caitlin Abagani. Stephanie Hong, your handicap champion. Caitlin Abagani, your girls champion. Had a chance at a Grime sweep, but Stephanie beat Lindsay. Lindsay still is going to take Bowler of the Year, so that was a happy result, win or lose. But we don't want back-to-back Grime second places. Boy, and I said you don't see flat 10s very often out of two-handers. You really don't see 8-10s very often out of two-handers.
That's kind of becoming Zach's thing now.
Well, he pocket 5-10 late in the tournament yesterday. That was really bizarre. But the 8-10 is in. Both patterns this weekend, but especially today, were very long and very high volume in the middle. And even this late in the tournament, there's dozens of games on these lanes by now. There's still plenty in the middle and plenty down lane. Some of the oil's been pushed down the lane in the middle. You gotta stay tight. But if you keep it too far tight, the ball's just gonna float, and that's the only way you can leave 8-10s with that much power. That's much more like what a two-handed bowler's bowling ball is supposed to do. Zach frustrated, and I don't blame him. You never expect to leave that at that rev rate. Come yourself. No, I'm fine, thank you. Nice job, miss. Sorel, one of our all-time greats, 13 career JBT titles, a couple invitationals already under his belt. And he doesn't get that ball to turn over. Not that hard to hit the pocket, a little bit tricky to manage your carry throughout the day. Pretty high scoring for an invitational though. Cut was what, about 30 up? That was 21 up. Not very often the cuts plus for an invitational. These guys are good. Hooks it off. Essentially the strike line there, covers the 4-7. He leads by 21 through 5 frames. 28's having a cycling issue. And he's got to hit reset until it happens. Big thanks to Al, Billy Myers, the owner here, and everybody else for hosting us. The reason why we come here a lot. Easy to run a tournament here. Way wide that time, though. Little room on the pattern, but not that much room on the pattern. That was about an arrow and a half right at the break point. That's not going to come back. Gives away 3 pins a count, but luckily doesn't wash out or something else. Short guy, you see those heels off the back of the approach.
Ready? Lauren, your basket of fries are ready.
Maximum approach to generate maximum momentum. It does not trip up on the spare. A big opportunity here for Grime in the middle of the match. He can come all the way back and take a 2-pin lead if he can strike here in the 6th and 7th, but right now he's got to get over the mental hurdle of what to do in this lane. I mean, why the heck did I 8-10 last time, and what am I going to do about it? I think the two-hander's mentality is just to rip the cover off the ball. Let's see what he does. Well, he did, and as a result of that, crashed through the beat. Lucky to not split. I think the 8-10 was just kind of a fluke, and you shouldn't really adjust too much of it. Unlikely to happen again in the next couple frames. Instead, a double opportunity missed. He'll trail by 18 pins with this conversion. 5th and final invitational of the season. Bowlers now advance to the Touring Players Championship if they were skilled enough to qualify. I'm gonna play for $2,000. He doesn't have to worry about thumb tape, but he does still need to make finger tape adjustments. His fingers will start to go. He said he's having trouble with cramps in his legs. He might just be a bloody torso by the end of this match. Might be nothing else left. Seems more comfortable on that lane, and unfortunately for him, he does not get to finish on that lane, and that was by his choice. So he must have thought he had a good look on 28. Maybe he does, but just spooked by that 8-10. By 18 does that. Sorrel Spare working here in the 6th. Big shot. 7th frame. Just enough to get that 7 to tickle out. Sorrel won a couple titles, did some decent amount of traveling down here in SoCal, won the doubles with Jackie Azevedo. Won one other title, and I forget where. Yeah, a handicap title with Jacqueline. Slumming down in the handicap. Ah, and Victor was the other one. Thank you, Stat Department, aka Elias. Posts it, likes it. Yeah, saws that rack apart. All that power pays dividends right there as he gets the light hits to scatter, increases his lead to 28, and puts Zach in pretty close to a must-strike situation.
Joe, your small fries are ready. Joe, your small fries are ready.
Get it? Yes, sir. Answers. Ooh, and he gives it the Ushka look down the lane.
Joe, go get your...
Come on, Joe, get those fries. Having a title match here. All right, still anybody's game as he cuts the lead back to 18 with both bowlers on doubles heading into the 9th. Definitely Are you feeling the intensity, Caitlin?
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. There you are. Now she's feeling the intensity. Needs it. Says hold. It does hold. Plenty of shim left on the lanes. Plenty of shim left in his shoulders. Shimmy. Not sure about the legs. Who's gonna perform the best here? As we're down to 8 pin difference. And Cardenas answer the call as he does so many times over the 10 or so years he's played with us. That's tight too. Wow, and he gets the hold. Left off his hand. He said push the second he could physically get his arm to say so. It did. Matching holds, re-extends to 18. Brian could strike out for 226. This strike would put Cardenas in the 230s, so this is for the win. Anything less than a strike on this ball, Zach will have a chance in his 10th. Got a wheel. Oh, no! Oh, let's regroup here and look at the scoreboard. I think Sorrell thought he had it off his hand. It wiggles at the spot, drops a ton of count. My goodness, so he really should take a look at the scoreboard here as I try and do the same. Sorrell with his hook ball is more than capable of making it, but do you want to sacrifice the potential count loss if you don't make it here? If he does spare it, Zach still needs a double. If he misses, we got to see what happens. I think he's sort of semi-going. Oh, he is going for it. Oh, I'm about to scream. He makes it. That's exactly how you do make it. Well, doesn't lose any count, and he finishes at 208. Zach, 9 spare strikes for 136, 165, 185, 205. Zach Ryan must strike on this ball to win the Invitational. Anything less, Sorrell wins the Invitational. For 9 hours, it comes down to this shot right here. Invite champ.
Oh my God, I pulled that so much.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Well,
Wow.
Sorrell's got about a 5-hour ride home to Vegas, and he is going to be wondering for all of those 5 hours what the heck happened in the 10th. Then I thought for sure he had that spare, which would have made Zach get this shot too. Zach, by his own admission, was a total tug job there in the 10th frame, but it held. That's where the room to miss was today. Scatters that rack and wins the SoCal Invitational. Will he follow it up with a U17 win? See what happens. Gosh,
Wow.
226 to 208 is your final over there. Josh we're definitely sure 2 balls on each lane. Zach, once you can regroup yourself, 2 balls on each lane on 29 and 30 right away, please. Oh my goodness, what a finish. For the shocked, the stunned, but not the speechless, because that doesn't happen to this guy, Zach Ryan. Oh.